The Los Angeles Rams finally agree on a restructured deal for Matthew Stafford, and it is about damn time. Like the video, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. But the Los Angeles Rams and Matthew Stafford have agreed basically for him to stay in LA really for one more year. They're not giving him a contract extension. They're just restructuring his deal to give him more money for this year, and for 2026, we don't even know how to answer to that yet, which is a damn shame. Because if I'm the Los Angeles Rams, you understand he's a guy that's in his upper 30s. He's approaching 40 years old, but he is still a guy that is playing at elite status. You look at how much money he's making right now. He's making about $25 million a year before this restructured deal kicks in. They're still going through the numbers. That's less than Tua Tagovailoa with no playoff wins. Only thing he's done since then is just get concussions, with no disrespect to him. Hopefully he doesn't have any more, but that's all he's been getting. Dak, average at Prescott with my Dallas Cowboys, who's been looking average for some times in the postseason at year in and year out, but he's getting $60 million a year. Trevor Lawrence with one playoff win, and thanks to Justin Herbert, he gave him that playoff win when he choked up that lead, so he's making over 50 mil. Jalen Hurts is making over 50 mil. Hey, understand it. Finals in Super Bowl MVP, won a Super Bowl, took a team to 2 Super Bowls in multiple NFC Championship games. I'm with it. Joe Burrow, I'm with it. Lamar Jackson, I'm with it. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, I'm with it. But then after that, it's really a bunch of average other guys that are making more than Matthew Stafford. I like Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield's making more than Matthew Stafford. That should not be the case. Matthew Stafford in his time in LA is 5-2 in the postseason. His first year alone with the Los Angeles Rams, he won a championship with Cooper Kupp as his main talent, as his main guy he was throwing to. Then you go to the next year. Hey, injuries happen. A lot of guys was getting nicked, that was getting hurt. It just wasn't the same. So, hey, that was a wash season. They put all their assets into that one year they got that championship. They got it done. Then you turn around, okay, after that injury year and they didn't make the playoffs, you go to that next year. They go right back to the playoffs, and unfortunately that turned out to be Aaron Donald's final NFL game. So then you're going to a transition on defense. And they lost to a Detroit Lions team, by the way, in that wild card game. We ended up going to the NFC Championship game. So no shame in that. Then we fast forward to the current, what we got now. The Los Angeles Rams was a few plays away from beating the Philadelphia Eagles. The one reason why they didn't win that game, Saquon Barkley was on a mission. He was on a roll. Nobody was stopping him at all. Saquon Barkley took over that game. It's just that simple. He had 2 bomb runs and he went and hit his on the goalpost. There was no stopping Saquon Barkley. Through week 1 all the way to the NFC Championship game, there was no stopping Saquon Barkley. He ran through everybody. Only team he didn't run through was the Kansas City Chiefs, and that was in the Super Bowl, and the Chiefs got their kicked. So there was no shame in the Los Angeles Rams losing to the Philadelphia Eagles, because that turned out to be the Super Bowl champs. So, and they, like I said, they was a few plays away from winning that game. Now we get to the point now with Matthew Stafford. He's way underpaid, and I understand what the Rams are also thinking. They're like, hey, we can't just mortgage our future basically to pay you. But at the same time, the 3 first-round picks you did give up, that turned out to be Jameson Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Sam Laporta for the Detroit Lions. The Rams could have had those picks, but it was worth it because Matthew Stafford still got you a chip. I don't understand what the hell took this so long, because this is common sense. You have an elite quarterback, even at his age. He's still elite. He's easily, he's a top 6-7 quarterback in the game. Easily, I'll go 6 because I don't have him in my top 5, but I do got him 6 though. And you got to be remember now, teams like the Las Vegas Raiders, who they need a quarterback. Tom Brady met up with him. That wasn't a coincidence. He wanted Matthew Stafford to come to the Las Vegas Raiders. And the Rams did give Matthew Stafford permission to go seek trades with other teams just to see what kind of contract he can get for them, just to see his value. And trust me, from reports, there was teams like the Las Vegas Raiders and the New York Giants who was willing to offer him 2 years, $100 million contract extension. Let me repeat that. 2 years, $100 million extension. So basically, they was like, we need a quarterback. We want you. We need you. We value you. So we want you to come here. And the Rams was like, maybe we need to go ahead and bring him back. Because what the other options was going to be, Jimmy, average Garoppolo, who last time we seen him missed Davante Adams on a wide open route and overthrew him. And Davante Adams wanted his period. So, and then what's the other option? Our old Aaron Rodgers. So you're going to move one old quarterback who's still playing at an elite level, took you to the playoffs, you should have beat, the Philadelphia Eagles. He was a few plays away, but you smashed the Minnesota Vikings, who had an excellent year the week before. You was gonna move on from him to go to 41-year-old quarterback who's coming off a torn Achilles 2 years ago, who on top of that comes with a lot of mess, a lot of drama, a guy who doesn't want to take no accountability, something like that. No, that's just not smart. So basically the Rams and Matthew Stafford, they was playing chicken. Matthew Stafford said, hey, I want $50 million a year. And the Los Angeles Rams said, hell no, you're not getting $50 million a year. Now they come to a conclusion, and now Matthew Stafford's finna get paid. But the only problem is for 1 year. So the Rams, y'all acting like y'all have a Jordan Love sitting behind Matthew Stafford, and you don't. You still have other holes in your team that you need to address. You still need to address some of the defensive backs. You need to address the offensive line a little bit. You got Puka Nacua. Why would you want to let go of Cooper Kupp? I don't know why. If I'm the Rams, I'm going to go to Cooper Kupp and say, hey, we want you to take a pay cut, but we still believe you are truly still a good player when you're healthy. The problem is when you're healthy. Puka Nacua is going to be Puka Nacua. He's going to be when in doubt, the number one option. The Rams still need another tight end in my opinion. You got Kyron Williams, who was an excellent running back and fits Sean McVay's scheme. So the Rams are literally right there. They add a few pieces. They are literally just a few pieces away from being a Super Bowl contention team, because when you look at the NFC, it's not really that deep. You got the Detroit Lions, who there's some questions now because they lost a good amount of their coaching staff and they went to other teams, but I still think they're going to be elite. You got the Philadelphia Eagles, who are the Super Bowl champs. The Washington Commanders ain't going nowhere, and they got cap space, so they're going to spend. And who else? The Green Bay Packers? I mean, they couldn't really beat the Detroit Lions or the Minnesota Vikings for last year. Now, who knows what this year could be? Then you got the Minnesota Vikings. Answers at quarterback. Are they going to bring back Sam Darnold, who wet the bed in the postseason, or JJ McCarthy, who's going to finally be their starter, and hopefully he's healthy? So, and what? My Dallas Cowturds? What? The NFC is literally right there still for the taking, with the Eagles being a top team, the Lions being right there underneath them, and the Commanders also being right there as well. So that's really 3 lockdown teams that are going to be Super Bowl contention. Lions got smoked by the Commanders. You can argue that Commanders are better than the Lions, but I'm just going to say the Lions still at 2. But as far as Los Angeles Rams, you was right there. That was the toughest team that the Eagles faced that whole postseason. That was the closest game they had. You was right there. So it's smart to bring back Matthew Stafford. Don't just give him a restructured deal. Give him a contract extension. About 2 years, he can play till he's 40 and then walk away and call it a game. But like I said, extend them, hitting the draft. Maybe he has some few pieces in the free agent market, but especially hitting the draft, because like I said, they're only a few pieces away. So this is a great deal. Now, as far as the one thing that a lot of teams was waiting on with Matthew Stafford. They was waiting to see what was going to happen with him, because the Raiders, the Rams, the Steelers, they was all interested in Matthew Stafford, and those are teams that need quarterbacks. Hell, even the Cleveland Browns need a quarterback, even with they're stuck with Deshaun Watson for the moment. And hell, even the Miami Dolphins were kept rumored to be out there with Matthew Stafford. Man, we know that wasn't going to happen. The Miami Dolphins, they love Tua. They wasn't going to get rid of him. Hope he stays healthy, but hey, another video for another day. So this is the one domino that a lot of teams was waiting on. And if Matthew Stafford would have left and went to another team, this would have changed the whole market. Because say if he would have went to the Steelers, that would have been dynamic. He would have went to the Raiders. Okay, you know what? You got an elite quarterback for a minimal time. Now you got to go hit in the free agency and the draft. So it was just smart in general just to stay with the Los Angeles Rams. But now we're going to wait for the Raiders to see what they want. Hey, I keep hearing about Russell Wilson, because hey, mismatching with Pete Carroll. Hey, and the Steelers are still interested in bringing back either Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. And then you all got the Cleveland Browns. Most likely they're going to go into the draft. The New York Giants, they're going to go into the draft. So it's a lot of things that's going to happen. Let me know what y'all think, man. Was this a good move for Matthew Stafford to stay with the Los Angeles Rams, or he should have hit the dough and just left? Let me know what y'all think, man. Leave a comment in the comment section. Y'all be smooth. I'll see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.